Hey everyone, Chris here, and today we're going to talk about choosing your first microphone. So, if you're doing video marketing or you've been doing it for a little while and you're looking to step up your game, we know that audio makes a huge difference on the quality of your videos. So one of the things that we all want to do first is start looking at a microphone, and you're going to get a lot of opinions out there about which products within what price range. And in reality, I've used multiple microphones. I started out with just a headset, and then I moved up to a Blue Snowball, and then eventually moved up to what I'm going to show you today. But first of all, I want to tell you about my criteria, what I'm looking for here. And I kind of use this as well for my technology. It's kind of 3 criteria that I use to make sure the money I'm spending is good money. So first of all, it's got to get good sound. I don't care how expensive or how cheap. If it doesn't have good sound, it's not worth buying. And good sound is important because, let's face it, we've all been on videos where you get that tinny sound from either the DSLR or your iPhone or your laptop or Mac, and it's just really, really horrible. Second thing we need to look at is it needs to be portable. You know, if you look at some of the more popular ones, they're huge. They're like this big, or the Blue Snowball's about this big, and it's really, really hard to kind of move that thing around. And finally, it needs to be something you can grow with. The problem that you have with some of these just straight USB microphones is that's really all you can use them for. Is you can use them for your computer, but it's hard to plug them into your iPhone. Theoretically, they'll have some adapter kits for the iPad, but in reality, they're not easy to grow with. But a few months ago, I found this little baby right here. Right, and this is the Zoom H4n, and I'm going to tell you why I like this. Well, first of all, if all you're doing is stuff on your computer anyway, it actually acts as a USB microphone. All you got to do is plug in the USB, plug that directly in without powering it on, and it will tell you, do you want to use it as a storage device or do you want to use it as a USB mic? Say USB mic, boom. Don't need to plug it in, doesn't use battery, and it actually gets a really good sound quality out of these 2 microphones. But if you want to do something like, for example, what I'm doing right now, where I'm out and I'm on I'm on this nice property here with a nice background here, it's not something you can plug into, in this case, an iPhone or a DSLR that I'm using to record this all today. So in this case here, I could plug this directly from the line out directly into my iPhone with an adapter, or if I wanted to record it differently, I can use it as a shotgun and just point it directly at where it needs to record to, and it works really well, as well as having 2 XLR inputs. So I actually have a wireless lapel that has XLR inputs, which I can't use right now because I'm showing you this, but it works fantastic, and the sound quality coming out of it, and it's so versatile. I used this to record a phone call one time for a customer of mine. I've used it as a shotgun mic. I've used it as a preprocessor to go into a DSLR, and it really is probably what I would suggest everyone go to. It runs about $200 on Amazon, right? If it's too much for you, what I would suggest then at least is step down to the Zoom H1. And the reason you can step down to the Zoom H1 is you can still use it as USB mic. On the back, they have a line in, so you can get a $25 lapel mic and use it as a wireless lapel mic, right? But at the same time, if you really want to grow with it, I would maybe look at the Zoom H5 or H6, because those will have 4 to 6 different XLR inputs if you want to do multiple. But for what I'm doing, 2 is plenty. I can use this as a shotgun when I need to, and I wish I would have known about this before I spent all the money on the headphones and the Blue Snowball, and I was actually looking at the more expensive Blue microphone as well. So below this, I have a link to it. Go ahead and check it out. And if you have any comments on this, or what your experience is, or what you like or don't like, go ahead and leave a comment below. I look forward to hearing from you.